gas prices will likely be part of an improving inflation rate when the government gives an update on consumer prices today. But many months of high energy prices have left millions of Americans behind on another expense, their utility bills. NPR Scott Horsley reports.
There's not much shade where Bernice Brown lives in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. She tries to stay in the hottest time of the day, and she's grateful for her central air conditioning. Brown's electricity bill is no laughing matter. Both July and August, she paid about $400 for power.
Morning.
If I didn't have roommates, I wouldn't be able to make it on the salary that I had to be able to stay on.
Cooper will likely enjoy lower utility bills during the mild Phoenix winter, but people in colder parts of the country may not.
Good morning, good morning.
Last year, 6 out of 10 families who either had gas or increase would be twice as large.
There's no sign of prices coming down.
Oh, well, that was exciting last night. Watching a stretch of road I drive endlessly getting repaired. Worthy of documenting. Oh. Now we're just out on our normal driving missions. Oh. I just would love to have a nicer seating arrangement than this vehicle gives me. Oh, I can't seem to get the proper balance. Well, I was trying to chase one mission this morning, but the algorithm wouldn't give it to me. But I actually got a better one. So, since I have figured out I can do this beforehand, I don't even have to think about oh. Boy, their app is not too smart, I swear to gosh. Not too smart. You'd think the machines would know better. Oh. Oh. Morning rush hour traffic. The one I hate the most. People are just cray-cray in the morning. But there can be some lucrative work out here. Oh. Oh. Where are we going? Maybe this week I'll get some better phone mounts for this car, because what I have does not work perfectly, and it needs to be close to perfect to function best. Oh, excuse me. Let me think. Should I go this way, I guess? Nope. Let's get over. Get over, get over. What time is it anyhow? Can't even get this delivery yet. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I'm early. I'm super early. I wish I had my laptop with me. Oh, shit. Maybe I'll get a coffee. Hey, Chris, what's smoking? Kurt finally found me the other night. He didn't realize I've been on here all the time lately. And then he actually drove by and parked next to me. He tracked me down. Saw his new rig. I can't think right now. Is there a Dunkin' Donuts around here? How you been doing? I can't think. I need to pull over. I can turn here, right? And that's when he was out with me. When he got the call to chase the wrong way. I was sitting eating a sandwich. the Rapid Stop on 55 has damn good chicken Phillies. Highly recommend them. That's my second one. They're big, they're scrumptious. Oh, what am I doing? I got a delivery. I gotta wait. The store's not open. I'm early. Shocking. Let's see here. Can't get in there for 15 minutes. That's okay. This is a good little delivery. What was I looking up? Oh. Can I get a 15-minute power nap? Yeah, we were talking about that, how it seems to have been slow. Not a lot of crazy accidents, you know, not a lot of fires. You know, I got the 2 fires 2 weeks ago on the same day. Strongsville and then the one off of Fulton where the house collapsed. Where am I at? Yeah, Dunkin' is, oh yeah, I just drove by Dunkin' Donuts. Well, I was paying attention to go where I'm supposed to go. And that Dunkin' doesn't really stick out over on Bagley. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it has. Yeah, I mean, this car's okay. Gets me around. I need to make some real money, though. Hey, Hunter. I need a minivan. I can't do a lot of deliveries that I could do, you know, with the minivan. So I'm losing a lot of money with this car. It's too old to do Uber. I need something 2008 or newer. And this thing needs I need to get this thing on a good engine scanner. My buddy, we did it on his little Bluetooth scanner. I think I got a bad O2 sensor, but I'd like to have somebody who's got a good scanner and knows how to use it, because I can't get smog checked. Got engine light. Have to buy another 30-day tag, but I've had a few boys behind me with it sort of out of date. They didn't even bother. You got a good one? A good one? I'm talking a real pro one. There's a big difference between the Bluetooth scanners and a pro scanner. I need to get a hold. I got 2 mechanic buddies who have them. I just haven't tried to get. I did try to get a hold of Matt, but he never answered. Victor's got 3 really good scanners. I just been bad about doing it. Oh, really? You got a good one? Okay. Well, maybe during, you know, it's got to be to meet up with you. It's got to be later in the day, I would guess. So, guess I'd have to meet you somewhere unless you lug it around. Oh. Oh. I got the oil changed the other day. Yep, after 6. What are you doing up now? You just going to bed. Yeah. So I did a video last night somebody gave me a tip. They're repaving West 25th from Lorraine to West 20th. Oh my God. People are going to show up this morning to work and drive through there. They're going to go, what the hell? This can't be true. Saturday evening? Yeah, well, it's a few days away. I'll let you know. I'm a terrible planner, so maybe I'll get lucky before then. All right. Oh. Oh. Yeah, this thing's got suspension noises. Front end definitely needs an alignment. What else is going on with it? A few other. Oh, the engine idle. The engine idle's been weirdly high until it like warms up. It's really strange. It hasn't done that at all for, I've owned it a month. Real weird. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, all right. Oh. You too. Oh, there hi. Yeah. Sleepy, sleepy. All right, I'm gonna chill for a few minutes. Turn those lights off. Fredo says hello. The seat in this car makes me nuts. It's too low. What the heck? All right. All right. Let's see here.
Pushback Russian troops also in the south, where they are also going ahead with an offensive against Russian forces to reclaim territory, especially around the city of Kherson, which is one of the largest Ukrainian cities in Russian hands.
That's Igor Batega reporting from the Ukrainian capital there. Finally, as Ukraine's offensive to take back control of its eastern regions continues, a petition is making the rounds on Twitter. It's apparently signed by dozens of Russian city councilors calling on Russian President Vladimir Putin to resign. More than 80 deputies from 35 municipalities in Moscow and St. Petersburg describe Mr. Putin's actions as detrimental to the future of Russia and its citizens. The war in Ukraine is not mentioned, but the document coincides with Moscow's battlefield setbacks and claims of vote rigging in recent local elections.
Oh, those guys are brave. Better put a watch list up and see if any of them happen to step out of a window. That's scary. That's scary. Oh, where did my pillow go? That's why I just thought of that. I need to find my little travel pillow. Where the heck did it? Where is? Oh, it's in that. Yeah. It's in. I think I know where that is. I need to put that in here. Love those little inflatable travel pillows. Oh, take a few minutes of feet up resting before we go at it. Oh. Oh, what did I just do? That's stupid. Delete. Go back. Go there. Off. Go there. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Where? Forward. Further. Farther. I always forget, didn't I? Have I forgotten that there's a Lowe's out here? Maybe. I guess I have. I guess I forgot that there's a Lowe's out here. How did I do that? I don't know. Maybe now I'll remember. All right. All right. If we just get a few of these every day, I'd be doing really good. Pumpkins. It's that time of year. Okay, be right back.
their meeting, and we usually come out here when they do their meeting.
I gotta figure out how to get this in the car. All my junk in the car. Let's see. Oh, don't start sliding. Alright, there we go. Oh, that's easy peasy. If nobody is around or there. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. How do we get where we go? Okay. Over there. Which way is that? That's a little more because of doing that.
Head west towards Sprague Road.
All right, let's see if I can leave the parking lot the quickest way now. I always forget to do this. Have to pay attention to the road here. There we go. Much easier than the other way. By a smidgen. I'll take that smidgen. that's a big horn. Hey, Phil, are you here? Where do we turn here? Okay. Green light, green light. Union Home Mortgage headquarters. Well, they've got 2 buildings here. Wow, 3 buildings. I didn't realize all 3 of those were theirs. That's their headquarters, I think. They have a mini campus. Mortgage companies in Cleveland. Gun Loans, Countrywide, and these guys, Union. Somebody's making money.
That story coming up in 2 minutes here on Morning Edition. Support for architects in Akron and Canton, with a team of advisors working to help clients ease financial stress and make decisions that build wealth for tomorrow. Plan, build, retire. Learn more at PresperFinancial.com. PK Wadsworth Heating and Cooling, family owned and operated for over 80 years. The familiar yellow trucks help keep families comfortable all year, providing system maintenance and equipment replacement. More at PKWadsworth.com. Billow Funeral Homes and Crematory, providing bereavement services and grief support to individuals and families, with chapels in Cuyahoga Falls and Fairlawn. More information at BillowFuneralHomes.com.
Despite cities spending millions to make our roads safer, traffic deaths hit a 20-year high in 2022. Is it time to think how we deal with reckless drivers? That's next time on 1A.
1A coming up at 10 o'clock here on WKSU, Idea Stream Public Media. Of course, that follows the Sound of Ideas, which starts at 9. With a look at traffic, here's Samson Auble. Glenn, things still looking good this morning. We are accident-free across the region, but you may be dealing with some wet road conditions. We did get rain, and in Parma, they have a broken water main there. That's on State Road between Ridgewood Drive and Orchard Park Drive. Yeah, I wouldn't describe it as widespread rain at the moment, but certainly a lot of areas in the listening area being affected right now with some of that rain, actually stronger to the south as well. Showers and thunderstorms are likely throughout the day. High 68. This is Idea Stream Public Media.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from the Nature Conservancy, partnering with communities across the globe to find solutions to the climate and biodiversity crises. Committed to building a future where people and nature can thrive. More at nature.org/solutions.
North Royalton Fire Department there. Nice big station.
Issues and are available through BetterHelp using a computer or a smartphone. BetterHelp.com/public.
It's Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Steve Inskeep.
Enemy Martinez. Critical race theory, or CRT, has been discussed in academic circles for nearly 40 years, but the term has only recently been weaponized in backlash of the racial reckoning that spread across the country following the police killings of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor in 2020. Law professor Kimberly Williams-Crenshaw is a pioneering scholar and writer on race, civil rights, and law. She teaches at Columbia University and UCLA. She's also a co-founder and executive director of the African Forum. I spoke with her about CRT and its importance in this moment. So since you coined the term critical race theory, could you start us off with what it is?
It is effectively an embodiment of what I call racial literacy. How do we read the world? How do we understand the relationship to its history? We frame it that way, not simply as a way of marking history and showing, for example, how segregated neighborhoods were the product of federal policy that continues to create material differences in wealth and in health to this day. It's important to understand the history of it to do something about it.
You wrote an article, an op-ed actually, in the LA Times in January, and the headline is, Martin Luther King was a critical race theorist before there was a name for it. In what way, Professor?
Well, in several ways. Number one, he was a critic of the contradiction between what America says it is, what its deepest aspirations are, and what its material reality is. You know, a lot of people like to quote his March on Washington speech, particularly the part where he talks about how our aspiration is to be judged on the content of our character, not the color of our skin. That was his sort of aspirational moment. The rest of the speech was a trenchant critique of the idea that America had given African Americans a rubber check. Basically, the promises of the 13th and the 14th Amendment came back marked insufficient funds. So his entire point of that speech was to make good on the democratic promises.
But has the anti-CRT wing of society, as you put it, Professor, are they in full control of the narrative surrounding CRT?
What's that saying? That a lie gets around the world 3 times before truth puts its boots on. I would say that the MAGA faction has used CRT, and it's gone around the country multiple times before the Democrats and our president finally stepped up to say our country is hanging in balance. And the attack on our democracy and the attack on anti-racism are one and the same. It's not an accident that the Confederate flag made an appearance in the Capitol during January 6th. It's not an accident that the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys and many other neo-nationalist and white supremacist groups are all behind the idea that the election is stolen. You can't fight against that without naming and being clear about the role of neo-nationalism and white supremacy in stoking these fears.
So then, on the point of history and learning those lessons from the past, Professor, in what ways has historical erasure impacted our society and culture as it relates to CRT?
If you don't know about the federal housing role in creating the middle class and doing it racially, if you don't know what happened after World War II when white GIs were able to use the GI Bill to actually create the white middle class and use federal housing dollars to create white suburbs, but those dollars were denied to African Americans. If you don't know that story, if that has been erased, then you're able to infer that the lack of wealth, that the disproportionate enjoyment of middle class and upper class status is simply the product of the failure to work hard or the decision to work hard.
When it comes to our democracy then, or actually the threats to our democracy, you said that we can't talk about that without including critical race theory. How are they connected?
They're connected because, number one, our democracy, one has to remember, for the majority of our existence, Black people were not able to contribute to this democracy. As as were women and other people of color. So our actual democracy is one that has been shaped by a notion of democracy for a few.
So what actions would you like to see President Biden take?
I would love to see him actually speak directly to the role of race and racism in the lies about the election. I would like to see him call for greater literacy. I would like to see him talk about how un-American it is to ban books, including books by some of the heroes of American society. Martin Luther King, Ruby Bridges, who integrated New Orleans schools and told her story from the perspective of a child. I would love to see him say that it is un-American to try to win by depriving us of knowledge. Knowledge and political participation and freedom go hand in hand in a democracy. Denying that goes hand in hand in a democracy that's sliding towards fascism.
How can people better explain what CRT is?
Critical race theory is something that people practice every day. If you yourself put your hands on the steering wheel at the 10 and 2 o'clock position when you see those lights in the rearview mirror, you are practicing critical race theory. Critical race theory is practiced by any number of people and groups who recognize that colorblindness is an aspiration, but it's not the reality in American society. And to survive and to thrive, you have to be aware of how race plays a role. You have to pass it on to your children. You have to practice it in your workplace. You practice it in the stores. You practice it wherever you go.
Kimberly Crenshaw is a professor at the Columbia and UCLA Law Schools and executive director of the African American Policy Forum. Professor, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow. I gotta go back and save that. That's one of the best explanations, definitely. Actually, the best explanation I've ever heard about any of that. So many times I'm trying to explain these things to people and they're like, oh, I don't understand. Okie doke, let's get this out of the vehicle while I don't get soaked too badly. Ugh, okay. Because it's raining. Come on, phone, function. All right. Done. All right, where are we at on this map now? I don't know. I'm off the map. What's that? One item. Ah, shoot. What the heck is that? 20. If I can get that in here or not. I don't know. Let's measure. I don't know that dimension. Oh my. I can get that in here. Let's see, where's that going? Where am I at? What is this again? Where's that tape measure again? What's that dimension there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's try for this one. Okay. Scooch myself. Wipe my glasses off. Really gotta make an appointment for new glasses. Okay, backing. Oh, this will be fun. Getting out of this crazy drive on this street. So okay, that's no cars, no cars. Oh, we got cars. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, got a mailbox in my vision. Now we gotta wait. Not quick enough. Ah, better wait. Okay. Plenty of time now. Since we're on a hill, gotta back across 2 lanes. And it's raining. Alright. Oh, that was good money. That was good money. Now it's raining like crazy, and we're gonna fog up. 'Cause that's what this car does. Fogs up. Oh, hello, Ollie. Pretty heavy rain. Casa Bonita. And we're not foggy anymore. Oh. Oh. Hi, everybody. Oh, now you see me. Now you don't. What are we doing? Oh, look at all the cars backed up at Dunkin' Donuts. Jeez. Kind of want to go there, actually. Should have pulled in.
This is NPR News.
This is WKSU, Idea Stream Public Media. Good morning. In for Amy Eddings, I'm Glenn Forbes. Thanks for joining us this morning. Always good to hear Karen Kassler, our State House Bureau Chief on NPR. Coming up next, the big winners at last night's 74th Emmy Awards were Apple TV Plus's Ted Lasso and also HBO's Succession and White Lotus. There were also a few surprises. That story coming up in 2 minutes here on Morning Edition. Support for WKSU comes from John S. and informed and engaged communities are essential for a healthy democracy. More information at knightfoundation.org. The Wayside Furniture presenting inaugural Kent Rocks Music Fest Friday, September 16th. This event is open to the public and features live music acts at over 20 downtown Kent venues. Details at wayside-furniture.com. Cleveland State University Superintendent Licensure Program, a school superintendent licensure program completed in just 4 courses, 2 of which are online. Available for those who want to become a school district level leader. More at csuohio.edu. What drives humans around the world to engage in traditions and routines that have no tangible outcome?
All of our social institutions are permeated with traditions with no durations, holiday traditions. But tomorrow, when you raise your glasses to make a toast, ritual is everywhere.
Amari Shapiro, one scientist's quest to measure why rituals are meaningful to us. This afternoon on All Things Considered from NPR News.
Okay, let's look at this.
At 4 o'clock here on WKSU.
Oh, I thought this truck was for sale. I don't think it is. I think there's a sign in the window.
Dream and thought your dream couldn't come true. I am here to tell you that this is what believing looks like.
Another magic moment came courtesy of music star Lizzo, whose Prime Video show Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls won Best Competition Series, snapping a 4-year winning streak by RuPaul's Drag Race.
When I was a little girl, all I wanted to see was me in the media. Someone fat like me, black like me,
electrifying as these moments were, there weren't a lot of them in the 3-hour show. One reason, producers kept acceptance speeches on a rigid time clock, even playing music over White Lotus star Jennifer Coolidge's emotional thank yous after her long-awaited win as Best Supporting Actress in a limited or anthology series.
Wait, hold on. No, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I'm full. Wait. Hold on, wait.
Bad-looking vehicle.
Got the message, speeding through their acceptance
Can't
speeches,
tell anything
but that
about
also
it
cut
much
down
than the
on
year.
possibility for dramatic moments, making the show feel rushed and predictable. Still, the Emmys made history last night, handing 2 Emmys to Netflix's drama hit from South Korea, Squid Game. Star Lee Jung-jae became the first actor from a non-English speaking show to win Best Actor in a Drama. Director Hwang Dong-yeop, who also won for Best Directing in a Drama Series, told Emmy voters he didn't make history alone.
It was you who opened up the doors for Squid Game, inviting us here tonight at the Emmys. So I believe, I have to say, we made a history together.
There was also controversy. Abbott Elementary creator Quinta Brunson became just the second black woman to win an Emmy for Best Comedy Writing, but she had to step over presenter Jimmy Kimmel, who was pretending to be passed out on stage.
Jimmy, wake up, I'm worried. Jimmy?
What some people criticized online as upstaging her moment. Overall, last night's Emmy Awards were not even fair. Host Kenan Thompson was affable and friendly enough that sometimes award shows are more compelling when they're a little less controlled and a little more mischievous. And trying to present an on-time Emmy Awards with a minimum of on-stage drama, unlike another big-name award ceremony this year, the show's producers may also have robbed it of much of its entertainment value. I'm Eric Deggans.
I was wrong. That was Strongsville's #1 fire station.
I'm Stephen Ski. And I'm Martinez.
Not North Royalton.
Forbes on WKSU Ideas Stream Public Media at 6:50. Thanks so much for joining us. The Marketplace Morning Report is coming up next. And support for WKSU comes from Youth Opportunities Unlimited, putting teens and young adults on a path to economic self-sufficiency through career exploration, job training, work experiences, and guidance from caring adults. More on how to support YOU at youthopportunities.org.
Cuyahoga County Public Library Foundation presenting William N. Scarborough Writers Center Stage in partnership with Case Western Reserve University, bringing acclaimed authors to World's Performing Arts Center. Tickets at writerscenterstage.org.
Hello Windows and Doors, a local family-owned company with 6 area showrooms that specializes in replacement windows and doors tested beyond requirements. More information at hellocleveland.com.
New updated booster vaccines that are formulated to target the Omicron subvariant of the coronavirus are now available in Ohio. Gabriel Kramer in for Rick Jackson. Join me this morning at 9 on the Sound of Ideas. We'll talk to a local doctor and public health expert about the new vaccines, including how those interested in the vaccine should plan this fall for the COVID-19 booster and a yearly flu shot. Join us.
Sound of Ideas following Morning Edition. That's coming up at 9 o'clock here on WKSU. Well, at the time Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine...
Yeah, in the side window. That's what I saw when I drove by it the first time. That's why I turned around. Just in the side windows. It's a 2008 Savannah. Complete. I think it's a 20 series.
People can't work at any given time because they caught COVID.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Amazon Business, helping provide a smarter, easier way to get the supplies businesses need to thrive. Smart business buying.
I don't have any real money, but, you know, maybe I'll get lucky someday and find something that I can afford again.
I'm David Brancaccio in New York. Stock index futures are up in the 0.6% range ahead of the official reading on inflation due later this morning.
The betting is that the consumer price index eased down slightly in August. If that's not the case, we could be in for some volatility in markets. We're watching. Small business owners are feeling a bit more confident in August. That's according to the National Federation of Independent Business Monthly Optimism Index just out. So up slightly, but still low given inflation, the difficulty of finding people to hire, and continued waiting for back orders to show up. Marketplace's Savannah Morrow reports.
The report finds that inflation is still the biggest concern, as Katie Stack, owner of Stitch and Wibble, can attest. She sells leather handbags that are a little more expensive these days to account for higher material costs, and Stack has noticed customers aren't spending as freely.
So here's the home of Union Home Mortgage. I got 3 buildings here. I said it was a 2008 GMC Savannah, but no idea about much of it. It's all locked up. Looks clean enough, but again, I can't afford anything, but I gotta keep looking, see what the market is charging, asking.
Trains are an essential link in the supply chain. They move goods from shipping ports to major distribution hubs and vice versa. The only ground alternative is trucks, which cost a quarter more and carry a lot less. Willie Shee is a management professor at Harvard.
When you take a train offline and it has, a couple hundred boxes on it, that means you need a couple hundred trucks and you need a couple hundred truck driver teams.
That's just not feasible, especially with the industry facing a driver shortage. So if a strike does happen, a lot of the stuff moving in and around the U.S. will come to a standstill, including what's sitting on cargo ships. It would throw another wrench in global supply chains that could slow down manufacturing and increase the cost of goods. I'm Kristen Schwab for Marketplace.
The last major rail strike was back in 1992, a short one, 2 days before the federal government ordered people back to work.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by McDermott, Will & Emery, aligning strategy and advice with clients' objectives to guide them through each step of the private equity lifecycle. Learn more about McDermott's private equity practice by visiting mwe.com/PE. And by ReliaQuest, protecting the largest companies against cyber attacks. ReliaQuest combines open XDR technology with security expertise to make security possible. ReliaQuest.com. And by Genesis, contact center technology designed to improve customer experiences by using data and AI to better understand and predict customers' needs. Genesis.com/superhuman.
More today on a new study from economists at Stanford and MIT who estimate that getting sick with COVID is keeping 500,000 people from working at any given time. That doesn't include
No idea.
labor force.
I'll try to remember to call him later.
This is Matt Levin takes a closer look.
Allison Guy says she got COVID in February 2021. A year
Everything's so
later,
expensive
she's
now.
Still not right.
My main symptoms really are this severe fatigue that gets worse after I do activities.
Guy was communications manager for a nonprofit. After hopping on and off her employer's short-term disability insurance,
When it was clear that things weren't going to change, I did lose my job then, and I understand it.
Guy's now enrolled in grad school, one that provides accommodations for her. She's 36 and wants to work again. But many people struggling with the lingering effects of COVID, they've just given up. Stanford economist Gopi Shahidi says, if anything, her study is a conservative estimate of how many people COVID removed from the job market.
So maybe a reasonable range might be 500,000 to 1 million workers out of the labor force.
Researchers identified workers who missed a week of work, likely due to COVID, and tracked where they were a year later. He says after getting sick, older workers were especially likely to not have a job and not be looking for one either.
It could be that the illness was more severe. It could be also that this COVID-19 illness pushed them to retire at higher rates.
Because of remote work, companies have actually been hiring more people with disabilities since the pandemic hit, including those with long COVID.
Cargo.
But Katie Bach at the Brookings Institution says a cooling economy may make employers less flexible.
Empty inside.
Much stronger incentive to go the extra mile on accommodation when they are struggling to fill roles.
Applying for disability benefits is hard enough, but Bach says COVID long haulers face even more hurdles.
When you talk to long COVID patients, some of them will tell you, yeah, I would love to apply, but I am literally too brain fogged and fatigued to make it through the application process.
Dark
Says more
chocolate.
federal research should be devoted to treatments for long COVID. I'm Matt Levin for Marketplace.
And there's the running controversy in many places about whether Uber drivers are contractors or employees. It's clear in New Jersey, where Uber has agreed to pay that state $100 million, representing 4 years in back taxes. This is because Uber had wrongly classified drivers as contractors under state law there and didn't pay the unemployment insurance that's therefore due. New Jersey had sought $1 billion from Uber. The company still regards its people as contractors and says it looks forward to working with policymakers to make its case. Our producers are Meredith.
I've made good money with Uber. It's a shame some of these companies, though, really just haven't done better by the people who are working for them. Okay, you stupid app. Jeez. If I could get a newer vehicle, I could make much more money than I can right now. Oh, maybe we got money there. What's that noise? Well, these stupid people. Well, why are you even bothering to tell me? If are you going to give me the work or what? The company, that machine is so stupid. Ah ha ha. You see the thing You see the thing? Yeah, but I'm not ready to go on the road, dude. I can't leave town yet. Still not organized enough to get away for that kind of time. Oh, sorry. I'm looking into it. I got to look into it more. Did you see the thing I tagged you on that my buddy and his friends are building in Hocking Hills? They got 90 acres down there. I'm going to build a shitload of these cabins. They got money. They got all these rentals around the country and high-end tourist spots. And that's all he's doing now is driving around the country fixing stuff. I tagged you, so it would only be a notification. Maybe I can send it to you by Messenger. Hold on. They're supposed to put him in charge of overseeing all the contractors. All right. Ciao. Let me go find that. Send it to you. Where is it? Oops, what's this? Where is that? There it is. Should be right here. Can I send this even? That's the problem. He's not making it shareable. I can do this. Take a screenshot. Do that. Do that. Do that. Oh, people are so narrow-minded. Oh, there we are. I can send this. That sounds like a mess. Okay, they gave me work. What are they going to give me, though? Oh, they gave me that one. Okay. Well, all right. All right. All right. And we're off. Where are we going? Over there. And I'll take it. Ooh, let's go. Ooh. All right. Time is it? Okay, you gotta get out of here. Where is an exit? Which way should I go? Let's see, now I gotta find. Where? Come on. Oh, this car's still a pigsty. I got rid of some of the junk that I don't throw out. No, I can't find. Need a face mask. Middleburg Heights, Ohio welcomes you. Maybe I should have gone the other way. The slow, scenic route. Okay, ramming speed. Bob Evans Restaurant. I haven't eaten at a Bob Evans in a long time. Quite a while. Over a year for sure. Maybe 2 years. I'm slipping. Bob Evans, down on the farm.
Has been some debate, unusually, about the direction of this war. Also, there are Telegram channels which people follow, and they see there's considerable amount of confusion, even consternation on those channels about the direction the war is taking.
Why do you think that is happening now? Last night, as you mentioned, there was a television show where a former member of Russia's parliament said that it was impossible for Russia to beat back the latest Ukrainian offensive, and that they should be negotiating for peace right now, something that it would be unheard of even 2 weeks ago, much less than last night.
So those TV shows sometimes have people who present a contrary points of view. You're allowed to disagree with the mainstream narrative on those shows as long as you do not question Putin or criticize Putin personally. However, that debate was unusually intense, that show that you referred to, so that itself already shows a degree of confusion. I mean, there's a group of Russians, a certain percentage of the population, who are extremely nationalistic and who have been pushing for this war.
The railroad
And
tracks are closed.
very much disappointed, and they're looking for somebody to blame.
Yeah, and on that TV show, that former Russian parliament member I mentioned said that Vladimir Putin must be getting bad information. So there was a little evidence provided.
Exactly, and this is the extent of criticism that you're allowed. It must be that the Tsar is misinformed. Somebody's making mistakes, not putting himself. He's just being misinformed. But what you can see from this is that there is some debate and some sort of reflection going on within the Russian side. But what I would say to this, though, is that we do not see at this stage Putin's position compromised. No senior government officials have actually resigned. So I would be very cautious in saying that, somehow Putin is on his way out.
How possible, though, do you think it is that Vladimir Putin would be getting bad information?
It is possible. Certainly, his whole blunder of this war in Ukraine was certainly partly a result of bad information, as well as, of course, his imperialist proclivities. And the guy is very much in isolation. He's speaking to his intelligence services. He's speaking to his military, and the information they provide is one-sided. So it is possible that he does not fully understand just how bad things are. But I also would not overestimate the degree of his isolation.
I remember at the start of the war, Vladimir Putin called Russia's invasion of Ukraine a denazification mission. In other words, that Ukraine is filled with dangerous Nazis. Has the war now maybe changed the way Russians look at Ukraine?
So this was part of this whole discourse to justify the Russian war in Ukraine. Allegedly, Ukraine was run by Nazis, so we had to denazify Ukraine. Unfortunately, a lot of people in Russia bought into this rhetoric. I do not think that Putin himself believes this, and I don't think that the propaganda people who turn up on Russian shows actually believe what they're saying about denazification of Ukraine. But you have to have some kind of rationalization, because otherwise this would look very bad, as of course it is, invading a sovereign neighboring country. So I would say, yeah, this narrative still exists even today. They still talk about denazification.
School
So could this
buses.
be right now maybe a turning point or an inflection point where Vladimir Putin somehow turns either in a peaceful way or in a worse way, a more dangerous way?
It absolutely could be, in the sense that there's still scope for escalation. I would caution against euphoria in the West. We have seen Russia suffering setbacks before and then coming back again. Obviously, they suffered a major setback, but they do retain considerable latent capacity for inflicting damage on Ukraine, and they haven't done certain things like, for example, declaring partial mobilization, which could help them achieve that. So there's still potential for Russia to make gains in Ukraine, but there's also potential for Ukraine to really push forward and chase the Russians out of the territories that they control. But as this happens, and if this happens, then I think we'll have to be very cautious and just remember there's still potential for things to escalate.
When it comes to support from the Russian people, how much of this hinges on who Russians believe they are fighting, either Ukraine or maybe NATO and an expansion of NATO?
So the Russians have been told that this is a war against NATO, and I think that makes it easier for the Russians to stomach the fact that they're losing in Ukraine. This is just part of the narrative that the government is promoting.
Professor Sergei Radchenko of the Johns Hopkins School of Advanced International Studies. Professor, thanks.
President Biden is setting a goal to cut the
Hey,
death
John.
rate from cancer in half over the next quarter century. NPR's Esma Khalid reports.
60 years ago, John F. Kennedy gave a speech committing to putting a man on the moon. On the anniversary of that famous speech, President Biden outlined his own moonshot at the Kennedy Library in Boston.
And it's easy to go to the moon. President Kennedy said America was doing so, quote, not because it was easy, but but because it was hard.
Biden has sought to paint cancer in a similar vein, a cause that might unite Americans or create a sense of national purpose.
Now, in our time, on the 60th anniversary of his clarion call, we face another inflection point.
The president is also naming a director of the new agency known as ARPA-H to improve the government's biomedical research. And he signed an executive order to ensure more biotech treatments are developed and manufactured in the United States. Biden lost his son Beau to cancer in 2015, and so part of this is personal, but it's also an issue Biden believes can unite the country, and he's been on a mission to figure out how to do that.
Cancer does not discriminate, red and blue. It doesn't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Beating cancer is something we can do together.
The goal is to cut the number of deaths due to cancer, turn more cancer diagnoses into chronic diseases that people can live with, and create more supportive environments for patients and families. Asma Khalid, NPR News.
All right, where am I going to park?
This is NPR News.
This is WKSU, Idea Stream Public Media. Good morning, in for Amy.
Okay. See you in 2. Ugh. Okay. Oh. All right. Let's see here. Where? Alright, where is. Oh, this goes a mess. Okay. Baba. Sean. Hello. I didn't really drive all night. I was up most of the night though, but did that video on the road construction. Did a bunch of nonsense on the phone and then started trying to find morning work. And I found one really good one, and this one's not bad. Maybe I'll get some more. Sean, I don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome, welcome.
Serving Portage County since 1913. More at BislerandSons.com.
Well, plenty of news to get to on this rainy Tuesday morning. Big changes in Cleveland with Cleveland School CEO Eric Gordon announcing he will not seek reappointment. Plus more on the Akron Police Civilian Review Board and Mayor Dan Horgan's proposal. Those stories in 90 seconds.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Dave Mattingly. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says Ukrainian forces have retaken dozens of towns from Russian troops in the east and northeast of the country. Zelensky says a counteroffensive in the region is working and has led to more than 2,000 square miles of territory being recaptured this month. Secretary.
Okay, be right back. Where? Okay. Alright. Making some decent little money this morning with like no effort. That's what we like. Where's that? That's way over there. Probably going to the top of the hill. Yep. Sit here for a few minutes. Morning. That was quick money. Oh. I need a shave.
Doors during the hottest time of the day, and she's grateful for her central air conditioning.
The heat here is horrible, and pretty much the houses are just sitting vacant.
You still here, Baba? You're going to be jealous of what I found at the secondhand store. Never owned one of these.
Natural gas, which is used to generate nearly 40% of the nation's electricity. The rising price of power has been compounded by hotter than usual summer weather, which has kept air conditioners working overtime.
There's one heat wave after another, which of course families need to use air conditioning to stay safe.
Mark Wolf runs a trade group for officials who help low-income families pay their power bills. The group estimates the average family
Must have come out of a basement. It's got cobwebs still with it.
up from $450 last year. Dale Cooper lives in Phoenix, where the cost of keeping cool is even higher.
With the summertime, we have 6 months of summer with over 100-degree heat.
Cooper, who's 59, works as a cashier in a restaurant and makes about $13.50 an hour. His paycheck has not kept pace with his rising utility bills.
If I didn't have roommates, I wouldn't be able to make it on the salary that I had to be able to stay in place.
Cooper will likely enjoy lower utility bills during the mild Phoenix winter, but people in colder parts of the country may not.
Somebody was telling me this year the Farmer's Almanac is saying could be super bad.
For the 6 out of 10 families who heat with natural gas, the increase could be twice as large.
There's no sign these prices are coming down unless we have a warm winter. All the signs point to more expensive costs of home heating, and they could spike if it's cold.
Wolf's Group says some 20 million families have now fallen behind on their utility bills, and the average amount they owe has nearly doubled since before the pandemic.
It's not a question of our families heating and cooling their homes responsibly. Families do this. They turn the heat down as low as they can. They use air conditioning sparingly. It's just that the cost of home heating and home cooling has gone up so much that lower-income families are struggling to pay these bills.
And that's on top of the rising cost of other essentials, like food and rent. Bernice Brown says other than her power bill, the grocery store is where she feels inflation the most.
To get decent, healthy food, the prices are extremely high.
Morning.
To be sure, those costs have been partially offset in the last 2 months by the steep drop in the price of gasoline. AAA says gas prices fell nearly 40 cents a gallon during August, and they've continued to fall in early September. Gas prices carry outsized weight in public attitudes about the economy. So as pump prices have eased a bit, so have Americans' worries about overall inflation. Watchdogs at the Federal Reserve, however, are not so easily swayed. Fed Governor Christopher Waller says he and his colleagues thought they had inflation under control last year, only to see prices take off again.
I got burned last year. We all did. And we're very cautious about getting burned again.
The Fed's expected to keep raising interest rates until policymakers are confident that the overall cost of living, including essentials like electricity, are under control. Scott Horsley, NPR News, Washington.
That's what I was looking for.
Coming up this afternoon, and all things considered, it was one of the
Did his
worst
planning that way?
disasters in naval history. 2 years ago, fire And now an arson trial is set to get underway. You can listen by asking your smart speaker to play NPR or your local member station by name.
Somebody just told me that they heard, I think from the Farmer's Almanac, that this winter here could be like the winter of 78, 79, which was a blizzard. It brought the National Guard out. It's freaking brutal.
Decision by Cleveland Schools CEO.
I'm already still way
Gordon
behind in my
Stone
utilities.
Looking at his accomplishments, thoughts from Mayor Justin Bibb, and what comes next. That's story in 2 minutes on Morning Edition. Support for WKSU comes from
SumaCare, providing Brain HQ, a benefit for brain health. SumaCare is an HMO and HMO POS plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment depends on contract renewal. Medicare eligibles can learn more at sumacare.com/Medicare Radio. The business law firm Thompson Hine, whose comprehensive smart path approach to managing and delivering legal services is...
I think they'd give me this other delivery. No, that's too hard. Idiots.
Charger stops to do a burnout, and a Challenger hits him.
Who knew you were older than dirt? Wow. My friend's first gig was 1983, playing in front of, what did he say here? DJ's Pizza at the former Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips in Fairview Park, Ohio. Wow. Oh, tree frogs. Spring peepers. Indians won another game last night. They are on a tear. So Jose Ramirez this season, he's the only player in club history to hit 25 home runs, 100 RBIs, 40 doubles, and 15 singles in a season in the history. And he's the only player to do it in MLB this year. That's impressive. my artist friend is selling some cool t-shirts in Manhattan with a black lacquer piano and the pianist dresses in a black tie. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So my artist friend is selling these cool t-shirts. Scott does some funky stuff. Spranky. 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 Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I missed the last one or two, comma. I treasure getting in there. Maybe this Saturday, if I get my butt up. What time? Let me put it on the calendar. We'll go to one of the coolest art venues in downtown Cleveland. Maybe one of the coolest art venues in the city. Settings, calendar. Where's the calendar? Saturday. That's right. Okay, let's do that. That's the wrong day. Let's see here. Put it for that time. And then, okay. Put it on the right calendar. Oops, that didn't work. That's better. Okay. Let's do 1 hour there. Add. There is a apartment building in downtown Cleveland. That the owner of the building is an insane art collector. So a number of his properties, the hallways are basically art galleries. So, you know, the people that live in the building get to see all this amazing freaking art all the time. All you do is wander the building. But they hold open, sort of open houses every so often for new showings. Man, the building is just cool. It's an old, it's a giant old warehouse, hardware warehouse building in downtown's warehouse district. Can't play the music or I'll get a YouTube slap. Which is nonsense. Oh, there's a cool exhibition. I missed a ton of artwork in Cleveland lately in the last 2 years because of everything. Where'd that go? Nothing. What the heck? Yeah, I just don't want to give me that one. Screw them. This never happens, but I'm going to wait a few more minutes. Then I'm going to give up, head toward the city. Oh. So tired of this nonsense. Look at this crap. Yeah. Gotta waste extra finger pushes to get rid of that. That's gonna wear my finger out. Where's that? Is that Chagrin? I'm tempted to go out there someday and see what the money's like out there. Never know until you try. Bye. Gotta find my little travel pillow. Oh. I should take a picture. Haven't done a feet out the window photo in a little bit. Oh. I need a way to hold the phone right here when I'm reclining. Hey, tribe. If I had a magnet up on the ceiling right there. Can't read it from that far away. Oh. 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 Oh, really? Well, I was up all night. I did that video at 25th and Lorraine last night, if you haven't seen it. And then I just ended up putzing in the car on the on the devices, reading and watching stuff. And then it was time to start looking for some morning work. And I got two good little things. Yeah, I live where there's a lot of noise because of emergency vehicles. It can be tiring. Not only that, I can hear stuff from one of the freeways, depending on the wind. I can hear trains from two directions. Oh my God, it can be endless sometimes. I've been meaning to set up a device and just record the audio out my window and throw it up on YouTube. Like 6 or 8 hours of it. It's unbelievable how much noise there is. Vehicles going by at 80 miles an hour. It's such a joy. I would give anything to live on a super quiet little neighborhood, just so I could sleep there. Or at least visit somebody's bed and sleep there with them. Well, there's a lot of people have never seen that on YouTube, but on YouTube, just go on YouTube and search background noise. So you can find restaurant background noise, diner background noise, coffee shop background noise. You can find all these different audio tracks of just background noise. It's wild. People want that white noise they can just work by, you know. What was I doing? Why is that sideways? Sounds of the trailer park. Oh, that's funny. I need to go find that one. Yeah, these bums aren't going to give me this job, damn it. Of course, the other one already got grabbed. They probably would have gave me that one. The system makes no sense. That's what's infuriating. That's what happens when you give machines the power. Oh, look at that. Lost signal now. This phone, I got to get rid of this company, man. They're just terrible anymore. No service. LTE went away. Now it's back. Terrible lately. Oh, my neck is stiff. I should go lay down for a few hours. I made some quick money this morning. Yeah, maybe Saturday, if I can get up early, we'll go to that indoor art walk. What the heck is that? Isn't that going the wrong way? Here's a funny meme. The fact that there's a highway to hell and only a stairway to heaven says a lot about the anticipated traffic numbers. Yeah, these bums didn't take my damn... What the hell? Yeah, they didn't. They did not take my offer. Bastards. You could probably hear me calling them that. So that's all gone. Purposely did not give me that. I hate how that company works. Oh, well. I got something out of them. Indians won 4 games in a row. The Guardians. It's too bad America is not like England, where you can basically walk anywhere. Fences be damned. A friend of mine just went on a trip to Tanzania. I think he said it was 6 years in the planning for 3 weeks. Climbed the highest mountain in Africa, 19,000 feet. It's the tallest freestanding single mountain in the world. Not part of like a range. It was a volcano. Oh, I forgot to do that last night. Curses. I was going to go catch somebody in Lakewood last night and surprise the hell out of them because they're in town from Hawaii. And of course, I forgot. I got distracted as typical. Typical. Damn it, I was within a minute of that place when she made a post. I was gonna walk in the door and freak her right out. Damn it. I hate when I forget shit like that. Oh, I keep forgetting we could go watch trains. We're in Berea, Ohio. It's a very famous train watching place because of all the different routes that cross through here. Oh. What's this here? So now I'm in a hoodie war on Twitter. I said I'll only wear hoodies that have zippers. Somebody came back. Please, can't we just get along? The world's divided enough without creating another trivial fault line, particularly one where you are totally on the wrong side. With a zip, you can't have a kangaroo pocket, so you might as well just be wearing a jacket. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, my God. That's funny. That's funny. The joys of the internet. Well, let's see what kind of... Let's see here. Norfolk Southern is suspending general operations beginning Tuesday afternoon in light of the railroader strike. Oh, great. I don't think I follow a lot of stuff like that, but I didn't know that was happening. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I forgot. Oh, yeah, that'll make a mess of things. Great. I did watch a really good set of people testifying at Congress a few months back from the railroads, talking about how understaffed they are and overworked. And I've heard the same thing from people here in town, now that I think about it, who have friends who work on the trains, and they're just kind of fed up at the hours they're having to put in. Yeah, this could really mess the country up bad right now. This is not a good time. Yeah, there's really, you can go find on YouTube that testimony. There's some really powerful testimony from a couple employees and some managers. These railroads have been doing everything they can to squeeze staffing down, making it really unsafe in some places. Oh, well, I guess this guy kind of got his comeuppance. A guy who may have been keeping a wild kangaroo as a pet was killed by the animal in southwest Australia. Leave them be. Just not interested in trying to do some more of the certain delivery work this morning. I should go crash for a while. Oh, I want to check YouTube, what's happening with the latest video.
Know that. These proposed policies are hateful, discriminatory trash, just like the people who wrote them. The high schools had an anti-bullying presentation on Friday. Y'all should have gone. You might have learned something.
Your extremist agenda is not popular and is opening eyes to those who were not previously engaged.
You are targeting children, and you are not being truthful with any of your agenda right now. Requiring parents to send in a letter and then verify over the phone or in person just so that the kids can read books is ridiculous.
We hear the message you're sending with these policies. We feel them every day as we walk through the doors to school. Help my friends. Don't tell them that they should be erased.
Your political agenda is destroying everything that makes GCISD great.
Kids deserve better than to be otherized and demonized by people who would rather go to a culture war with the Scholastic Book Fair than to protect their most vulnerable.
Some of these school boards are insane anymore. I mean, this
policy is going to kill kids. Know that. Know that. These proposed policies are hateful, discriminatory trash, just like the people who wrote them. The high schools had an anti-bullying presentation on Friday. Y'all should have gone. You might have learned something.
Your extremist agenda is not popular and is opening eyes to those who were not previously engaged.
You are targeting children, and you are not being truthful with any of your agenda right now.
Requiring parents to send in a letter and then verify over the phone or in person just so that the kids can read books is ridiculous.
We hear the message you're sending with these policies. We feel them every day as we walk through the doors to school. Help my friends. Don't tell them that they should be erased.
Your political agenda is destroying everything that makes GCISD great.
Kids deserve better than to be otherized and demonized by people who would rather go to a culture war with the Scholastic Book Fair than to protect their most vulnerable.
I think this is Texas, maybe.
New board members do not care about your history if you're not white. They are erasing and devaluing the lives and history of every black and brown student in our district.
How can you claim a sincere commitment to free speech when any gay elementary school teacher could violate the policy simply by sharing what they did last weekend?
LGBTQ kids matter too. I love you. I stand with you. Kids, go read all the banned books.
When I read about the policies and I watch and attend school board meetings, I keep thinking this is not love for our family. This is hurtful to our most vulnerable children, to the ones my God called me to love. They will know us by our love for one another, not by control and fear, not by shutting down the special population advocates, not by changing voting regulations to be less democratic, not by making teachers jump through mathematically impossible hoops to bring literacy to their students, not by being afraid to use the students' preferred pronouns, not by silencing members when they ask questions about important topics.
We can do better. The current changes being proposed, I feel like, are a step backwards.
Our teachers and staff deserve better. Our LGBTQ students and parents deserve better. Our students and parents of color deserve better.
Exactly,
We all
Linda.
deserve better. To everyone who feels scared, marginalized, or less than by the policies proposed by the board, to you I say, I am so sorry.
You guys are responsible for a kid's future, and you're robbing them of that. You're indoctrinating them, not giving them the full facts of history, of human decency, of equality. You're marginalizing the kids in school. You're marginalizing minorities.
Diluting the factual history of our nation, downplaying slavery and the oppression of civil rights that harm indigenous and black populations to this day, diminishes the quality of our children's education. Many of us Texans believe in gun rights. Just as simply having a gun in your home will not force your child to use it inappropriately, a book will not turn your child LGBT, but it might help them if they already are.
My family moved to this wonderful school district 8 years ago because of the schools. Now we watch in horror as it is being systematically dismantled and replaced by an agenda that isn't loving to all of our students, our teachers, and our community.
There is no equality in targeting transgender youth. These policies are based in fear and are harmful to our students, teachers, and our school district. Student is the only place that some students feel safe. Please don't take that away from them.
I am in 4th grade at Delco Elementary. I wanted to come here today because I like reading books. They help me learn new things, help me have a positive mindset, and they make me laugh.
Let's start with some facts. 7% of all Americans, according to the latest Gallup poll, identify as LGBTQ. LGBTQ youth are 4 times more likely than hetero kids to attempt suicide, according to the Trevor Project. Let's do some quick math. We have about 4,000 high school kids here in GCISD. That means, statistically speaking, there are about 280 LGBTQ kids in our high schools. 45% of LGBTQ seriously consider suicide. Over 50% of transgender individuals do. Hopefully you can do the math. But if you can't, that means on average 130 LGBTQ kids in GCISD seriously consider suicide each year. Do you want that blood on your hands? Or can you simply treat them like human beings? This policy is going to kill kids. Know that. Know that.
Oh my God. This shit's maddening, man. The hate, the fear-mongering, you know, it's like, I wasn't brought up like that. I never knew there were so many bigots in this world until 5 years ago. I knew a lot of them. I didn't know there were that many. Oops, cancel that. Discard.
As we inch closer to this policy is going to
These proposed policies are hateful, discriminatory trash, just like the people.
The world is gone mad.
This is the community of American truck drivers. We made content for truck drivers. It's completely maddening. It comes up every time I open the stupid thing, and I have to reopen it many times a day because of my network or my phone acting strange. And this is like so stupid. I've called them. I've now shamed them on YouTube and Twitter with this. Maybe somebody will listen. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. How these people design some of these apps. Oh, hello. Hello there, John. Ooh. Morning.
got a pink belly. Oh, what was I going to do? Do this. I wondered why somebody was complaining about Kroger supermarkets. Kroger's is on the verge of inducing a strike in Columbus after offering a paltry 15-cent raise to UFCW workers in a time of record inflation. It also just posted $750 million in profit in the last 3 months. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty damn cheap. Cats! Cats! No cats! Oh, maybe a kitten. Maybe. All right, well, I think it's time to get moving. All right, I'm gonna hang up. Head to the Bat Cave. Okay, see you all later. Ciao. Thanks for hanging out.